Hi, I'm Jerry with Retrozone Damper Direct, and today's subject is our Kit 7s to replace a damper motor we'll talk about. But first, I want to ask you if you would please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It'll help us make more of these videos. Our business is all about keeping dampers going and zoning systems going, and we'd appreciate your help. Now, this video has to do with the DuroZone 35, 141, and 142 series, which is this motor. In this case, black and white wires. There's a picture of the underside of the motor just so you can identify it. Synchron motor on the top. Here's the damper that this came basically off of. Okay, that's what it might look like in the field. Now, these are all over the United States, but there's a great number of them in the Chicago area where they were required by code in high-rises as ventilation fans. And over the years, these motors have begun to fail, and they're so built into the walls that it's been very difficult for our customers to find a solution. So we developed two different kits for this damper. I'm going to talk about the first kit. This is based on a Belimo TF motor that we manufacture a cradle for and a special shaft that intercepts the slot in the damper, and then it all installs. I'm not actually going to put this together, but you'll get the idea with the shaft in the motor. Goes on the damper like that, basically. It's a great solution, and that's the solution for these dampers that we want you to use unless you just don't have the room to do it. Many of these dampers were built into the walls in such a way and only had a small access area to get to the original motor, and this, in many cases, this motor simply will not fit, which caused us to develop the second kit for it. And I didn't mention that these are available both in 110 volts and 24 volts. We just need to know which one. Now, the second kit actually uses a Synchron motor, and here it is partially installed to where there's a spring that mounts onto the can, and we send you the instructions on how to do it. And then this Synchron motor, also available at 110 or 24 volts, mounts into the original slot. Something like, I don't really have this set up right now, but it goes on something like this and mounts to the damper and takes up basically the same amount of space as the original motor. So two different solutions again for the DuroZone 35, 142 or 141 series, which are now completely obsolete. We sold the last of those motors years ago. So if you need that motor and you've got one of these cans, I might also add that EWC, besides DuroZone, actually use the same slotted drive, and in fact, this solution will work on their can as well. So appreciate it, and thank you for your time. Okay, I'm going to do a few more close-ups on this. This is the bridge bracket that comes with the TF kit, again, to replace the 35-142. Simply mounts on the can. I'm not going to fully assemble this, but we then send you some long screws. This is what actually holds the motor in place. There's four screws, and the motor basically fits down into the bracket like this. And then the shaft here goes through the motor and into the slotted drive. So it's really a relatively straightforward operation to do this. These motors are available in 110 or 24 volts AC, and this is the kit you should use for this damper unless you just don't have enough room. Now, to do the same thing with the second kit, flip it over here. This shows this kit partially installed. The spring is now external. This goes down onto the outside of the damper drive. Motor's going to go in here. It's going to mount up like this. Also available in 110 or 24 volts. And again, this kit really should be used only if you can't use the TF kit. They both work great. This one takes up a lot less room. This one is perhaps a little bit more straightforward to install. And I think they're about the same price. Thank you.